Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Thanks for stopping by. It's Louise here. I am an Australian wedding photographer and I'm going to be making a series of videos on how I edit my work. I know when I was starting out as a photographer and I had no idea what I was doing with post-production, I found it really helpful to read and watch a bunch of videos on YouTube. It really helped me in developing my style and also giving me technical knowledge as well. So this video is going to be dealing with Kindred presets, specifically the Kindred Portra 400. Firstly, you'll notice that I have cropped out the adjustments panel, and this is obviously to protect the copyright of the Kindred presets. If I was to show the whole panel, then you could just go ahead and copy all the adjustments, which would not be fair. So if you like the look of this image at the end and you're thinking perhaps this is something that you want to play around with, then if you haven't already bought the Portra 400 pack, please head over to Kindred's presets, support them and purchase it. And I'll also add, this video is not sponsored by Kindred in any way. They don't even know that I'm making this video. I'm just a really big fan of their presets. I have tried lots of different presets and Kindred is my favorite by far. I own all of the Kindred presets, so Kindred Essential, Kindred Fuji 400, Kindred Technical, the black and white presets, but we're going to start off playing around with the Kindred Portra 400. A little bit of, info about my style. So obviously I like to shoot in a way and edit my photos in a way to look like film. I just really enjoy that look and that aesthetic, that softness and the romantic quality and tone that you get with that kind of style. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. So, before I get started, I should also say just a couple of technical notes with working and shooting and producing images in this soft, romantic style. It does work best, I think, if you're shooting where the light is soft and balanced. Now, obviously, there's a few ways that you can achieve this. You may be really lucky and you may be doing your shoot on an overcast day where the sun is soft. Well, the sun's hidden behind the clouds if it's overcast, but it's lovely and balanced. Unfortunately, if you work in Australia, as I do, getting an overcast day is few and far between, so you have to kind of work around that. And the way I like to do that is to place my subjects in the shade or shoot when the sun is going down and setting, as it is here in this image, or have the sun sitting behind the subject so the shadow is cast in front of them, and then you're going to have that balanced light across their faces or whatever part of the subject that you're trying to shoot. So that's the first thing that I would think about. And then the second thing too, when you shoot digital photography, you always want to underexpose your images just a bit. That allows you to play around with it a little bit more in Lightroom, as opposed to if you're shooting film, you'll know that to get that soft, light and airy look, you want to overexpose your image just a little bit. So don't freak out. If you're shooting digital and you underexpose a little bit, that's actually a really good thing, and it's going to make it much easier for you to edit that image when you get into Lightroom. And for those of you that don't know, obviously I am editing this image in Lightroom. So let's get started. I'm just going to put on a before and after shot so we can track the changes and compare and contrast as we're going along. And I'm going to put the Portra 400 preset on. And as you can see, as soon as I do that, the image becomes really dark. Doesn't look great, but we're going to change it quite a lot. And then I'm going to put on one of the 11 adjustments that does come in the Kindred Portra 400 pack. So the cooler highlights, we're just going to put that one on too. And then the first thing that I'm going to do is just pump up my exposure quite a lot, okay? And that's pretty much the big thing that I do with all my images. To get that lovely soft, light and airy look, you want to make sure that your exposure is pulled right up. And again, you can just do that to wherever you want to until you're happy with the look that you've got. I'm going to go down and enable my profile correction. So on this day, I shot with a Sigma 24mm lens. So now that gets rid of that horrible black edges and black border, and it just softens the image out, which is really nice. And then I'm going to crop my image as well. So again, to make it look like film, I'm going to put a 4:3 on. And I'm just going to go in and just center my subjects a little bit. I'm also going to employ a bit of a rule of thirds and just place them kind of overlapping the first and the second third and having more of an emphasis on this lovely sky and the nice trees rather than that gravelly dirt. And then we'll just click done, like so. I'm going to pump up the grain just a little bit, again, just to emulate the film look. So we're just going to put that up a little bit more. And I think what I also might do with my greens is just bring up that luminance just a little bit. And let's just zoom in. Yeah, that's looking really nice and soft. Remember, if you are trying to edit to look like film, you don't want your images to be super sharp because film is obviously not super sharp. It has that really nice softness to it. And I'm then just going to drop my contrast down a little bit, again, just to soften that image. Okay, so let's put on a before and after so you can see the difference. Okay, whoops. There we go. So you can see big difference between the before and after. And as far as I'm concerned, this image is pretty much done. It would be good now to send on to the client. I'm really happy with how this image came out. It looks like it could have been shot on my film camera. Yeah, and it's just really in line with my overall style. So thank you for watching this video. If you do have any questions, comment them down below and I'll try to get back to you and help. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video. Bye.